Now it's time to configure a Slack archive storage device and storage location. Storage devices store archive data, while storage locations are archive data repositories. The first step here is to configure a storage device. Let's select Archiving from the navigation tree on the left, and then select the Connectors tab in the top middle portion of your screen. From the Storage Device section on the Connectors tab, click Add to the right of the window. A dialog box for the device type will pop up. File system should be automatically selected. Now, click Next. At this point, type in a name for the location. Then, browse out to the data path you plan to save the data in. You'll notice that all of the folders have been created ahead of time. Now, let's copy the path and paste it into the data path field in the dialog box. A login and password field will automatically pop up. First, let's paste in the login for this path. Then enter the corresponding password. Now, click the Test button to validate the credentials. When the success screen appears, go ahead and click OK. When the dialog box reappears, click the Save button. At this time, let's move down to the Location section in the middle of the same screen. Now, click the Add button to the right of the window. The Data Format dialog box will appear. Select Slack Archive. Then click Next. In the Archive Location dialog box, input a name for the location. Now, you can also go ahead and give the location a description if necessary. Single instance storage is next. Let's leave it set to global. This will enable SIS across users archived to this location, meaning if multiple users receive multiple copies of an identical attachment, only one will be kept. Account level would enable SIS on an individual user level. Now we have options for enable dual login protection and enable invisible to regular users. Dual login protection would ensure that access to the local storage location and search would require authorization of a second individual. Invisible to regular users could be enabled if you want to hide the location from end users within search. We will leave both of these as is. Now let's move down to the Archive Data Store in order to select the drop-down. Here, let's choose Slack Archive. In the box to the far right of the Archive Data Store, type in Data. Note, the folder structure for each of these items has already been created ahead of time. In the Attachment Data Store drop-down, select Slack Archive. In the box to the far right of the Attachment Data Store, type in ATT. Now, let's browse out to the Audit Path folder. Copy the path, and then let's paste it into the Audit Path field within the dialog box. You'll note that the user and password field automatically appear. Here, let's insert the user ID. Then insert the password. Now select the Test button in order to validate all of the credentials. Once the success box appears, go ahead and click OK. Back at the dialog box, click Save. To save all of your configurations, click Save one more time in the bottom left corner of the Connectors tab. This concludes the video on configuring a Slack archive storage device and storage location.